Step into the world of modern logging, where roaring machines cut, lift, and haul giant trees with brutal precision. Subscribe now and witness timber power in full force. Welcome to Tree Power Channel. The wind howls, snow blankets the ground, but the machine doesn't stop. The blade digs deeper like steel claws shredding through the frozen wood. Each tremor is a warning. The fall is near. The operator steps back, eyes locked on the giant. And then, crack! The fateful sound rips the silence, and the massive trunk crashes down, shattering the snow below. A chilling, razor-precise performance that leaves you breathless. Right next to a house, a worker wearing a hard hat carefully worked on a large tree drilling close to the house. He checked the direction of the fall, strapped on a safety rope, and started the chainsaw. The sound of the machine echoed in the quiet space, the saw blade slowly cutting into the tree trunk. Each step was absolutely precise, because even the slightest deviation could endanger the house next door. On the small slope, the worker wearing protective gear, helmet, and noise-canceling headphones gripped the steep ground. He held the chainsaw tightly, cutting into the trunk of a large tree. Sawdust flew everywhere. The sound of the chainsaw echoed throughout the mountains and forests. The sound of cracking rang out. The tree trunk began to fall to the ground. Fallen leaves and dry branches flew everywhere. had been uprooted and lay on the ground, roots protruding. The worker, holding the chainsaw in his hand, began to cut deep into the trunk. The machine roared. Sawdust flew everywhere. A few minutes later, the tree trunk was severed. At a job site in Australia, the Bandit 21 XP chipper is demonstrating its raw power as it tackles some of the densest and hardest timber imaginable, the kind of wood that challenges even the most robust industrial equipment. A large grapple loader carefully lifts a massive log with thick, tangled branches and slowly feeds it into the intake chute of the running chipper. The moment the wood touches the feed rollers, the razor-sharp steel blades inside the Bandit 21 XP roar to life, beginning their relentless work, slicing, smashing, and grinding the bulky timber into neat, uniform wood chips. The sound is intense, metal against hardwood, loud and powerful. Each rotation of the blade is a decisive, unstoppable strike. The chipper doesn't flinch. Within minutes, the entire log, including its heavy limbs, is reduced to chips. The discharge chute sprays out the finished product, a golden stream of fine mulch tumbling under the sun, proof of the Bandit's immense capability and crushing efficiency on even the toughest wood. The Bandit wood chipper roars to life, ready for action. Massive logs go in, and within seconds, they're shredded into fine chips. With a powerful engine and heavy-duty blades, Bandit machines are built for serious work. From forestry to land clearing, nothing stands in its way. Fast, tough, reliable. That's the power of Bandit. The Dopstad DH812 is working powerfully on site, carrying out its tree chipping mission with impressive efficiency. This is a specialized forestry machine, fitted with a front-mounted chipper unit, forming a mobile wood processing system. Large rotating gears at the front spin relentlessly, gripping and pulling in massive tree trunks with mechanical force. As the logs are drawn in, the internal chipping blades immediately tear them apart into countless fine wood chips. Enormous logs, seemingly unbreakable, are efficiently shredded within seconds by the synchronized power of the rotating gears and heavy-duty chipper blades. The scene is a vivid display of rugged mechanical power and modern forestry technology in action. This is the Vermeer BC 2100XL, one of the most powerful brush chippers in its class. Equipped with a 275 horsepower diesel engine and a massive 21-inch capacity feed system, this machine swallows entire tree trunks and limbs with ease. The Smart Crush system and dual vertical feed rollers ensure aggressive, consistent feeding, even with forked or twisted material. Designed for maximum productivity, the BC 2100XL is the go-to machine for large-scale tree removal, land clearing, and storm cleanup. Vermeer power, built to dominate. In a village area of Albstadt, the bright red Fendt 1042 Vario tractor, paired with the Eschelbach Biber 92 MHA chipper, is hard at work processing a large pile of logs stacked right next to residential houses. It appears to be leftover trees from a recent cleanup or storm damage, now ready to be cleared. The red machine operates with strength yet precision, careful not to disturb the surrounding homes. One by one, the large logs are fed into the chipper's intake, where fast-spinning blades shred them into uniform wood chips. The air carries the fresh scent of wood mixed with a hint of machine oil, and the noise level remains steady and controlled, evidence of professional-grade equipment suited even for work near residential zones.